Hello, welcome back for another episode of Building My Recording Studio, part 4. So this time it's all about painting, setting the doors and windows. So let's go! Okay, so it starts with putting some sort of basic layer of glue on the all the drywall, because otherwise the plaster that I was gonna put on it wouldn't stick. So after that, I'm sealing up all the gaps between the sheets of drywall, filling all the holes of the screws. Of course, my sister Marinde is once again helping me. Oh, and Bart. Everybody has come to join the party of filling the gaps in between all the drywall stuff. So yeah, it started with like a basic layer, and later on you can see that I'm sanding it down and applying like a second or sometimes even a third layer, because when it's dried up it's also sinking in a little bit, so then it's not super flat anymore. So yeah, you have to do that a few times. It was a really satisfying thing to do after like weeks of putting drywall on and being in the middle of the mess of all the drywall, all the loose chalk and all that stuff. This is more like modeling the wall in a sense. Yeah, I was impatient, so I tried to already make a door frame. But then I thought, okay, wait, I have to sand it down first. Yeah, this was ridiculous. I think I didn't shot everything because I didn't want to damage my camera with all the sanding dust. So now I'm just doing a first layer of paint. I think I did 2 or sometimes 3 layers of paint. Oh my god, this is so satisfying to watch again. Okay, this is the electrics. So I had a few switches for the lights, but also for the different groups of power. Here I'm working on a future patch bay and also the power supply in both rooms. Yeah, now that everything is finished, I need to make sure that all the gaps in between the 2 rooms are being filled as well. So I'm using different kinds of rubber to make sure that the window post can vibrate on its own and also doesn't have any gaps. Fun fact, the windows I'm using actually came from my old studio in Utrecht. And I moved a few times and I saved them up for hopefully in the future I was going to be able to build a new studio. So yeah, that was actually a very special moment for me to be finally able to use those old windows again, who have been collecting dust for, let's say, 6 years or something. Yeah, for the doorposts, I have like 2 different kind of rubber foam layers before making the doorposts. Then 1 layer of multiplex. After that, I used my router to drill out the holes for the hinges. At first, I thought that this wood was strong enough, but after hanging the doors, which were about 60 kilogram per piece, I found out that this wood was actually too soft, so I used another layer of hardwood, which you can't really see on this part, but maybe later on. Yeah, here I'm hanging the doors, but I'm re-hanging it afterwards. You can see here that I really wanted to finish up that patch panel, but it wasn't really the time for that yet. So that's it for part 4.